Well, hello, welcome again to a reading through of Sophocles' Philoktetes, and I got up to line 54, and so the point up to this point, Odysseus has told Neoptolemos that he's going to ask him to do something, and that he has to do as he's told, basically, because he is an Philoktetes, he is a subordinate. So the next line, this 54, is an example of what's called an antilabe, which is simply a division of a line between two speakers. Here we just get one line of this. Sometimes you'll get a sequence of these broken lines, generally used in tragedy to denote a sense of excitement. So Neoptolemos says, "Tidet anogas, what then do you bid? What do you want me to do?" Now we get here the first mention actually of the name Philoktetes. He was referred to earlier just as him and so on, and as the son of Poias, but this is the first mention of his name here. So tein Philoktetud sede psukein hopos logois eclipses legon. So it is necessary for you. Now, eclipses, so it is necessary for you, or that you, so the hopos is used after day. It's a bit like hottie. This is a fairly rare use of this. It does occur again in Sophocles, so it's day plus hopos for hottie here. So it is necessary that you, eclipses, it's sort of to win, the sense of it is to steal away his psyche, so his mind, his soul. The sense of it is to win over his soul, perhaps to beguile him. Others take psyche in a different sense, but referring to the bow, but I think it's more natural to say it is necessary that necessary for you that you win over his soul by words, or speaking with words, bit of a pleonasm there, to win over the soul of Philoktetes. And whenever he asks you who, understand, you are, and from whence you are present, so from where you've come from parami, to say, understand, I am the son of Achilles. Tod uki kleption, we had a nice verbal adjective there. So let there be no deception on this point. So one must not deceive him in respect of this, literally. Place, it's something like say that you are sailing, or that's the hose here, so that you are sailing home, eklipon, having deserted ten nautikon stratuma achaion, literally the nautical army, so the navy of the Achaeans, having hated a great hatred. So Greek loves to use these cognates here, ekthos, ektheros, and quite harsh sounds as well in this. Having hated a great hatred. And they, Stellantes, now probably stello from metastello, having sent for. So those who sent for you to come from your home, and they sent for you in litais, by means of their entreaties, they, having understood, so having this alone as a means of, so having none but this as their means of taking, halosis is the taking of a city, so of Ilium, connected with haliskamai is the root of this here. So literally having none but this as a means of taking the city of Ilium. In other words, you had to be there in order for them to take the city, was the sense of it. They did not think it right to give you, when you came, and we get a partitive genitive here, any of the weapons of Achilles, for you having rightly asked for it. But they handed over, it's autar here, these things, these weapons, to Odysseus. Now this part of the story is false, because there is a lost epic, the Little Iliad, which details from it suggest that Odysseus did give the armour to Neoptolemos, saying, as many things as you wish against us, as many extreme evil things among extremes. So it's something like the worst, saying the worst among the worst evils. In other words, you can blame me and abuse me as much as you like. For none of these things, algune, notice the accent here, this is a future, will annoy me, will anger me, will cause me grief. To get the algos there. For none of these things will cause me grief. But if you do not do these things, literally you will cast grief to all the Argives. For if the bows, it's plural for singular, so if the bow of this man might not be taken, future passive from Lambano, it is not possible for you to sack, this is from Pertho, to sack the plain of Dardanus. Hos dest emoi men ukisoi domilia prostondi piste cardabios ek mathe. Now the hos is coming after it's written before, but comes after the ek mathe. So learn from ek manthana, learn thoroughly, or know thoroughly, that it is possible, not on the one hand for me, but on the other hand for you, and the subject of that is homilia. So know that friendship with this man, faithful and secure friendship with this man, is not possible for me on the one hand, but it is possible for you. So let's do that again quickly. So know that faithful and secure friendship is not possible for me, but it is for you. Friendship with this man is not possible for me, but it is for you. Sumen, you have sailed, perfect from pleo, neither under oath to anyone, nor by necessity, nor were you on, understood, the first expedition. So he wasn't on the first bit, they've sent for him and he's come there later. But for me, none of these things is anesimon, deniable. It's connected with aneomai, to deny. So for none of these things is deniable for me, or by me, so that if he might perceive, if he will perceive, if he might perceive, while still being in control of his bow, so if he perceives me, so if he realizes I'm here, while he's still in control of his bow, I am lost, and I, keeping company, understand, with you, I will destroy you in addition, for the pros. So this is a future here. So if he perceives So if he realizes that I'm behind this, if he gets wind of me while he's still in possession of the bow, I am lost, and since I'm in your company, I will destroy you. In addition, I'll destroy you as well. Autotouto de Sophistheni Clopius, Hopos genese, turn aniketon hoplon. But it is necessary for this very thing, this is an aorist passive here, to be contrived so that you might become a thief of the invincible weapons. Alpha privative here. I know well, boy, that I know well you, not being by nature, that it is not in your nature to say such things, nor to contrive evil things, or to devise evil things. But there is understood a certain sweetness, rather the possession of victory is a certain sweet thing to take. So, in other words, the possession of victory is a sweet thing to obtain. Tolma, be daring, but Althis, after that, we will appear just. So we're going to lie and be deceitful here, but later on we will appear as being in the right. It's one more section here, but now for a short part of a day, understand, be unides. This is an adverb. Be shameless. Grant yourself to me. Well, perhaps you could take it with the dos. So grant yourself to me shamelessly for a short period of the day, and then, this is kai eta, and then in future, kekleso is a perfect imperative. It could be either middle or passive, so it's either call yourself, or be, I prefer to take it as passive, be called. And then for the future time, in later time, be called the most pious of all mortals. So the point is, Odysseus knows what Neoptolemos is like, that he's very high-minded and does the right thing, and so he's saying, well, just put aside your normal beliefs, your normal behaviour just for a short period of a day, and then afterwards you can be the most pious of all mortals. And that is the next section of the play.